love me do. Oh, love me do.
In August 1963, this car park was packed full of young Beatle fans hoping to get a glimpse of John, Paul, George and Ringo. They will be playing here at the then Gaumont. We're going to meet a man who became a backstage Beatle for at least an hour.
We'd managed to see their first performance in Bournemouth in August '63, and after the show I'd come up with a fantasy that maybe seemed unbelievable but worked. I said to the manager of the theatre that we were actually representatives of Rickenbacker guitars, and although we were teenagers, we were wearing two-piece Italian suits, we looked quite snappy, and I said we had an appointment with the Beatles management. We couldn't get backstage because of all these Beatlemania screaming girls outside. What could he do about it? And he said, oh, I'll sort this out. He rang the stage door, they let us in, and maybe 10-15 minutes after watching John Lennon and his friends singing Twist and Shout and playing a Rickenbacker guitar, we were backstage talking with him and actually playing his Rickenbacker guitar. John Lennon was happy to talk to a couple of young guys who were in beat groups and asked us about the show, what we thought of it, which we'd just seen. And when we said, well, we didn't hear your guitar that loudly compared to George Harrison, he said, I'll sort that out. And amazingly, in the second house, it appears he did, because when the Bournemouth Echo reviewed the two shows the next day, this raved over the Beatles, of course, they were stunning, but said in the second house, John Lennon's guitar was just much, much too loud. So inadvertently, not by choice, we'd affected a Beatles gig. I wouldn't say ruined, but affected.